my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 9 of this newest unboxing. And it's this smaller lot of comics, actually, not as many. But these are my Heritage Auction wins for the last 2 months. So I didn't win that many, but I won some pretty cool books. So these are pretty big books that I managed to win. And they're ones I was pretty excited to win. So I'll get into them. Some I, fought a little harder than the others. So with Heritage, I do the following. I always set the bid and walk away because if I watch the auction, I'll end up spending more than I want. But on a few of these, I actually stayed and watched the auction just because I really wanted to get these books. And I'll get into that. So the first one that I really, really wanted, and I was glad to win it, was this one. This is, let's see, I'm not even sure if it's in a bag. Yeah, it's in a bag. Let me see here. It's in another bag. Okay, one sec here. I almost, so you guys can see it. This is Murderous Gangsters. It's just a really great cover. This is from Avon 1951. And this is Murderous Gangsters #2. It's just this really great painted cover. I just really like it. I'm actually trying to get, I actually got the whole run in this unboxing. So this is #2, and I have #1 somewhere in here as well. So this is Murderous Gangsters #2. Okay, that's the first one. And another one that's bagged, double bagged, is this one. This is Down with Crime #5. It's a great bondage cover. This was it's a lower grade copy, and it was a lower auction win, so this was a pretty affordable book just because it is a lower grade. I think they graded it at an apparent, so it's restored, fair to good copy. So this is like a 1.5, and you can see why. It's like the spine is is pretty shot, but the cover presents well. So that was really what I was going for. So this is Down with Crime number 3 or 5, #5 from Fawcett Comics. This would be 1952. So a nice golden age comic there. And this is one of the last ones I needed. One sec here. This is actually a couple comics. One sec. This is actually the last one I needed to complete my Strange Worlds collection. And I think there's another one in here in one of the packages, another one of these Strange Worlds. But this is the kind of the famous robot cover where he's like strangling the girl in the red dress. And the hero, he's like running in, he's blasting this evil robot, the Metal Murderer. So really great robot cover. This is either Wally Wood or I'm not sure who did the cover. Like a lot of the covers are done by Wally Wood. And this one is also a restored copy. It's a VG restored though. I'm not sure what the restoration is. They never say what the restoration is, but it did say it's apparent. So I think it has a little bit of glue or something on the spine. So, but it looks just really nice copy. So what I was going for, even though I know that they were restored, so I don't mind buying a raw copy if they are honest about the restoration. And I bought it with that in mind. So Heritage is good about that, where they will actually denote if they think it's been restored. Usually restored items on Heritage go very cheap, very, very cheap. So it was a good way to pick up this book and get a really nice presenting one. I really wanted this one to present well because I really do like this whole robot cover thing. Robot kind of looks like the Rock'em Sock'em robots, but I just thought it was a really great cover. Okay, so that was that one. And with it is another one. This one is lower grade. It's actually looks really nice, but the center folds out, so it's a incomplete copy. But this one is a major key. I'll actually take it out of the bag. So this is Jumbo Comics number 69. Now the cover is Joe Doolin. Uh-oh, corner just fell off. It's really annoying. I can't believe the corner just fell off. But yeah, it's, I guess, a little bit, now it's a little bit lower grade. It's so sad. That's really annoying. But yeah, so this is a Joe Doolin cover, but the interior is, oh, what's this? Oh, so this is, as I said, the centerfold was missing. Oh, and it's Sky Girl. So they actually put in a reproduction of the centerfold. But there is still Sky Girl here. You can see it. And this is Matt Baker art. So this is actually the very first Matt Baker art in a comic. So this is kind of a major key for Matt Baker collectors. It's his very first commercial artwork in a comic. So very, very desirable book. And, you know, it is an incomplete copy, but I wish it was a different page that was missing. I didn't realize it was the Sky Girl page that was missing. But the only way I could get this book affordably. It's actually not a bad copy, except for the corner falling off. But it is, you know, one that I've been wanting to get in my collection for a while. It was actually on my top 10 list of comics to get this year. So this is one of the ones that I really, really wanted. And I don't have that much luck with it, generally getting it. I'm going to put the corner back and see if it stays. And I'll put it back into the bag. Let's see if I can do this without mangling the comic. So I'm going to be very, very careful. And just put it back into the bag. So, yeah, so Matt Baker, possibly one of the greatest Golden Age artists. Probably the most popular at this moment in time. He's a very, very hot artist right now. And so getting this book has been getting more and more challenging because every Matt Baker collector will generally chase after it. I got the corner in reasonably well, kind of. So that was a bit of a trick. Okay, so this next one, this was an interesting lot that I won that I didn't actually expect to win it. I put sort of a very low bid, like $2 or $3 or something like that. And I won. I was like, I think it was like maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe it was $20 I put as a bid. It was very low bid. Just sort of the basic, you know, if I win it, I'll be happy. If I don't win it, I don't really care kind of bid. So it's 2 books. And it's actually 2 very cool books. One second, I'm just going to take this out. And what it is Batman 3D. This is Batman 3D Batman number 1. And it's like the very first Batman 3D book. It's just kind of a fun one. So yeah, Batman 3D. Just a really cool book. And you get the glasses that are like in the shape of the bat, which is fun. I don't think it actually has the glasses with it. But just a really cool 3D comic. So Batman 3D. And the other one, it was a lot. So it was these 2 that came together. It's Superman 3D. And it's like, you know, in sensational, or startling, sorry. I was reading it backwards. Startling 3D lifelike action. I'll show you the back as well. We got him. They always, whenever they do 3D stuff, they always do this where they throw something at you or have something launching at you. So this is, you know, kind of funny stuff on the back here. All the 3D scenes. So yeah, just a really cool magazine style comics from DC. So Batman and Superman. And these were from the early 50s. And just another really cool collectible item that came out during the hype of 3D comics, which is around 1953 to 54. And I don't know why it was very short-lived. I guess they overdid it, and then nobody wanted to see 3D comics for a while after that. I'm not just joking, but it seemed like they just went way overboard in the early 1953, and yeah, after that you don't see them as much, but really a lot of 3D comics in that 1953 era. Okay, now there's 2 books left, and these are both slabs. And this one I actually won for a really great price. I was like shocked. Nobody really bid me up on it. I love magic covers, and this is one of my covers I always wanted to get. This is Sensation Comics number 69, and it's it's a really great one because you got Wonder Woman, and she's like, you know, going against this magician guy. He's like pulling rabbits and birds out of everywhere, even a duck. And it's just a really cool comic. But other than the cover, it's actually a kind of a major key. It's the second appearance of the Huntress. So I have the first appearance of the Huntress, and now this is the second appearance of the Huntress. And it says second appearance of the Huntress in a Wildcat story. William Morrison story, and H.G. Peter cover, and it's from 1947, and it's actually a really nice grade. I was quite happy to get it in such a high grade. So I mean, I know it's 5.5. You think, oh, that's not a high grade, but for Golden Age, it's a very solid grade for this book. So I was quite happy about that. Okay, so this next one is another one from my top 10 list of books that I wanted to get this year. And this is a really hard book to find, actually. And usually goes for crazy bids. Because it is one that, if you're a Lone Ranger collector, this is the key book. This is actually the very first appearance of the Lone Ranger in comics. And it's this weird ice cream promotional comic. And it wasn't until about 8 years later that they did the Lone Ranger comics series. This predates any other Lone Ranger book by that much. So it's quite early appearance of the Lone Ranger. This is from 1939, and it says, first Western comic book devoted to a single character. So not only is it the first Lone Ranger comic, but it's also the first Western comic. Like, so, you know, Western style comics, though not very popular with comic collectors, well, having the first of them is kind of a cool thing. And this is just a really rare book. Has a great ice cream cover if you're into ice cream covers. You got Tonto there as well, so I like when the character's on the cover. It's always great. And it says Lone Ranger Inc. 1938. And I'll show you the back. It has all this Lone Ranger stuff on the back here. Boys, get my official picture rings. And just, it's really cool. And you get the little picture, picture bracelets, and yeah, just really cool. So all the little Lone Ranger fan club stuff. So this is from Lone Ranger Comics Inc. And it's from 1939. So it's Lone Ranger Comics #1. So I'm not sure why the ice cream. Like, really don't know why the ice cream on. I really don't know. So yeah, but I think it's really funny that there's this big ice cream cone on it. Yeah. Compliment. I think it was like what they would do is they would have like this. If I can zoom in a bit more, you see that the ice cream cone. If you look at it, now this is my guess. I'm just guessing on this one, but you'll see at the very top there's like a stamp, And the stamp says, courtesy of the children something. And then it's like the Lone Ranger as on the ice cream cone. I'm not sure if you can see that. And then you see on the side of the cone the Lone Ranger's image. So I think it was like some, as I said, some promotional comic for ice cream shop, and they were giving out free comics. And this is the comic that they gave, which is the Lone Ranger, which is so cool. So yeah, so that's that. Those were my Heritage Auction wins. You know, 2 big books for me, like that get 2 off my top 10 list for the year. So I was quite excited about those. I really didn't expect to find them so quickly. They just sort of appeared. And yeah, I was pretty excited. So that is it. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for part 10. And we're going to get into bigger and bigger books as the videos progress. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.